This is the Effing Business Podcast. You ask the questions, we answer them.
Your question is why does a company like Hublot want to be on Floyd Mayweather's trunk belt, right?
Why does Coca-Cola have to post like their logo like on the side of the NBA? Like, are people really paying attention to that?
So there's two reasons. One, because some people are going to see it. It's also to keep Pepsi off that line, right? One of the craziest things I ever heard of someone else's meeting was someone was trying to do marketing for Heineken. Oh no, Budweiser. And Budweiser, I think, owns Heineken, but whatever. Budweiser was in the room and they're talking about like, oh, how we can, show how we're better than this beer company and that beer company and how, so on and so forth. And the old guys from Budweiser said, funny young child, but we're not in competition with every beer company. We're in competition with every beverage company. Our space that we're after is your throat. I want to own your throat. So if you're drinking water, I want you to drink beer. If you're drinking Coke, I want you to drink beer. That's what they're after. So if Coca-Cola isn't there, Pepsi will be. About a month ago, Pepsi beat out Coca-Cola for the contract of Madison Square Garden Radio City Music Hall. The contract happened in 1910. Coca-Cola's had it since 1910 to today, and now Pepsi just beat them out. Sales obviously were good, so on and so forth. Why did Coca-Cola...
Space.
It's always space.
But on the Hublot side...
Hublot, people want to be Floyd Mayweather.
Right, but I think it's something else. You never see Coca-Cola running ads with famous people, or you haven't in a long, long, long time. Right? Like maybe Mean Joe Green, or was that a Pepsi ad? I think that was a Coca-Cola ad. You don't see it because Coca-Cola doesn't need it anymore. They don't need to pay something.
No, yes they did. They used to have people drinking it all the time.
That was like in the 70s.
I don't watch TV. No, they didn't do it. I don't watch that much.
Pepsi who does that.
Pepsi?
Yeah. Pepsi always has like a famous person, right? Coca-Cola doesn't. Because Coca-Cola doesn't need
Who owns Sprite? Coca-Cola, right?
Yeah.
They had Kobe Bryant. They had all that.
Sprite needs that. Coca-Cola doesn't. What I'm saying is Hublot needs to piggyback somebody famous like Floyd Mayweather.
Because people want to be him, right? So, Floyd Mayweather wears a Hublot. I want to wear a Hublot. That's what it is for those companies. They want their brand to align with guys like Floyd Mayweather. So then people want to be Floyd Mayweather, want a Hublot.
And then Coca-Cola is such a large brand that they don't need anybody. They don't need a star anymore. And they don't have to spend that kind of money. And I know tomorrow you guys are going to see an ad with Coca-Cola with like and everything I said is out the window.
Why is Rolex on the boxing ring? Like, why is Rolex written on the thing? Like, I mean... Tennis, is it?
They always have
on the back wall, yeah. Why? Because Association. They know the people. But
there's also something else.
But it's also demographics. Who watches golf? Who watches tennis? People who can afford Rolexes. I'm not saying people who watch NBA can't afford Rolexes. All I'm saying is the commercials, just look at the commercials differently of the NBA finals, or not even the finals. Finals is a little bit different because now you're catching just attention overall. But maybe, it's a regular game that's nationally televised, right? Let's say like the Knicks play the Lakers, a nationally televised game like that, you're going to see a difference in those commercials than Tiger final round of the Masters. You're going to find golf, obviously commercials, Titleist, so on and so forth, because people watching golf are interested in golf. But also you're going to get different commercials of
what you're really saying
the event.
Is brand context.
Correct. They're aligning their brand with their demographic and who their demographic likes. They're basically culture hacking, right? They're hacking culture by taking those influential people and using them against you to buy their product. So I think, me personally, I think that to hack culture as a small company, you have to be really creative because you don't have big budget to hire Floyd Mayweather or hire Michael Jordan to drink Coke for you, right? So you have to be really creative on creating ads that hack culture, that people understand what's going on, right? Like, so redoing music or music videos or doing things on certain days in the world or certain things that happen in culture and taking that and making it unique to yourself and creative to yourself. Where, because you can't afford the big production value, you can't afford production costs, you can't afford to pay these people to wear your brand or be your brand and so on and so forth. So you have to be creative 100%.
I think you also have to be very efficient. Like I remember hearing an interview with, Fubu, what's his name? Damon John.
That's
right. And he talks about when he started Fubu, he had like one Fubu t-shirt and he had friends who had like making music videos and he would go around and he would give them that one t-shirt and he would have them wear it. And then like they knew when the music video was over, like somebody would be wearing it in the music video, they would give it back to him because he needed it. Maybe he had a couple t-shirts, whatever it was, right? So
he
I
had a
think-
huge line or clothing
Right,
line.
like he wasn't there.
But he made it look like he had a huge
Right.
clothing
So
line.
he was everywhere, even though it was like the same shirt or the same whatever it was, repping FUBU. I think like you have to know your demographic, right? Like so like he obviously understood who was going to wear FUBU. And he made sure he got in front of them. So he was like really, really efficient. He didn't have to spend money. He didn't go to these guys making music videos and pay them for it. He just got somebody who he knew was going to be on it to wear the shirt. You know what I mean? So being creative 100%, but you also have to be creative like in an efficiency way to make sure you're hitting the right people. Because if he had done that, but it was in front of the people who weren't going to wear FUBU, it wasn't going to get any.
Also, I think you also have to be creative in the demographic, but also like don't pigeonhole yourself, right? Don't put yourself into one market with your creativity, right? So if it's the urban market, demographic, put your FUBU shirt on rappers all day, right? But maybe he could have said, you know what, I want to get later into like business casual, right, or business attire. So I want to start making ties. So he makes one tie and starts putting it.
You can do that with the clothes that he was making.
Right, at that time.
Right.
I'm saying you don't want to pigeonhole yourself, though. You don't want to put yourself in such a... Why is FUBU getting in the shoe world? Like, they're a t-shirt company. Like, you don't want to keep your...
I always wore FUBUs, and they were loud. And I was the one Jewish kid in school with FUBUs. It wasn't so easy, but I stuck to it.
For us, by us, right?
I always wore FUBUs when I was little.
Right, because they were the cheapest shoe in the store.
I didn't know if they were cheap. I don't remember that. Like I didn't pay for the shoes.
They
My mother
were.
did, but like
They were.
like when you're
You couldn't get
in
some...
the yeshiva with a
you
bunch
didn't-
of Jewish boys.
You didn't wear no Filas?
I maybe one or two pairs, but I was more of a FUBU. When I went to the store, I wanted the loudest pair of sneakers, and FUBU was always the loudest.
You mean just like style-wise?
Style, color, shape, everything was always the loudest when I was little.
It's cheapest fabric now.
I don't remember.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know the price. I didn't buy it.
I remember FUBUs being cheap.
I was 10.
I remember when And One came out. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And One was like Iverson.
But back to the idea, obviously at Bulldog Adjusters we want to hit everybody, but to start, because we're small, we focus on homeowners or property owners, right?
There's just more of them.
But we also know that there's going to be more property owners down the road. So maybe you're 22 today, you own a house, but we're not going to go away from you because we know in 5 or 6 years you will.
Right. We definitely are going after brand at the same time as well as going after direct business. So we want to be, if you think about adjusters, you think about Bulldog Adjusters. You don't think about Progressive, Allstate, or the big boys and so on. You think about us before anybody else. Where the same thing Allstate does, you're in good hands. Those commercials aren't telling you how good their policies are. They're just reminding you that they exist. So that's what we try doing. Well, at the same time, is getting business now.
They're very broad commercials. They don't tell you. They say we sell homeowners policies, but they don't tell you what kind and how much coverage. And we sell auto, home, life. We're Allstate. I think the companies who are small and who grow and who do this the best are the companies who really understand their clients well, right? So back to my example with Damon John, he understood that the people who are going to be wearing his clothes are the people watching these kind of music videos, right? And that's where he sold it. That's where he sold it well, okay? And then from there it grew and so forth. But I think that you can spend and you can be creative and you can do all those things, but if you don't understand who's buying or your service or your product, it doesn't land. I think it's really important you really understand your client. And if you can do that, then you can constantly improve and better market to them.
You can't stay status quo. You can't stay in the same lane that got you somewhere, right? So like if knocking on doors got me and Aaron to where we are today, and I keep knocking on doors, I'm not going to be able to get to tomorrow. The world evolved, our market evolved, our company evolved. We have to evolve with our company, with the market, and with the world. The companies who marry to, hey, newspaper ads got me where I am today, I'm going to keep doing newspaper ads, they're out of business. Look at all these companies.
Because their clients are no longer there.
Correct. Their companies are no longer there. AAA transmission. Do you know why they're called AAA transmission? Because if I had 3 A's in a phone book, I was number 1. Now it's Google. AAA don't matter anymore. Being AA transmission or AA engine or whatever, it doesn't matter. Google matters. They either made this transition, they thought the Yellow Pages was the way to go, or they thought they bought into what got them there. Where's the attention? That's where we want to be. Where's underpriced attention? I'm going to be there. That I can promise you. If there's underpriced attention, I'm going to be there. It's just today's it's Facebook, tomorrow it's Instagram, the next day it's Snapchat. That's where I'll be. It's just the easiest way to stay in business. It's not rocket science. You know what the problem is? People try to become rocket scientists and they think, I'm the master of it. Great, but now it's too expensive. They're always trying to be the master of it. No, it's constantly evolving and you have to constantly evolve with it. But if you marry it or you try to become a rocket scientist of Facebook, great, become it, but don't marry it. Once you marry,
When you say marry,
play,
what you're saying is you want to be able to ship quickly
100%.
because otherwise you're stuck in the phone book.
Yeah.
AAA, whatever.
Platforms and place to advertise should be like really good girlfriends, and then you get rid of them.
Or boyfriends.
We're politically correct.